Greetings, Baltimore. Greetings, the world, the YouTube world. I love you all. I'm running to be the 52nd mayor of Baltimore City. I'm the people's mayor. I'm going to give our kids a fighting chance. This is what I'm here for. I'm an ordinary person. I ride the train. I ride the MARC train. I ride the rail. I ride Amtrak. And I'm out there with the people. And I care about the people. I live on 1701 Moreland Avenue. November 17, 2011, someone was murdered right in front of my house. I know. I see the biggest economy, the family business. I coined it the controlled substance economy. It's all in my neighborhood. You know, Felicia Snoop Pearson was filming a hood movie right in my neighborhood on Moreland and Presbury. But let me just give you an overview of what my Be More initiative is, what I want to do together with the people, because you have to get a coalition together and it has to be all hands on deck. I'm not a tyrant. I don't have unlimited powers. You know, we have protections against that. Like, I have to work with a coalition and a cabinet of people and the citizens. And together, we're going to work together to make Baltimore the greatest city in America, an international city, no longer a flyover city where a lot of people want to relocate to and raise their families. That's the vision I have for Baltimore. And I'm going to rebrand Baltimore, you know, where people don't look at it as scary or it's just violent, or, you know, they look at it as just a black city. No, it's a city that's majority black, but people are prospering. People are thriving, not just surviving, but thriving. People are doing well. And white people, Asian people, Hispanic people, Mexicans, Central Americans, Europeans, everybody can live in safety in Baltimore City. And I'll let you know this. I have walked all over Baltimore City. I just bought a Volvo. You know, and I had a big setback to my campaign. I had to pay $2,900 just to pass inspection. But I just bought a Volvo for the campaign. But for 10 years, I've been all over the city walking. I walked from Northwest Baltimore all the way to Fells Point several times. You know, the Brick Oven Pizza, and to go to a bar and have a beer. And I've never been touched, never been robbed. You know, maybe somebody ran up to me and was like, "What up, Red?" You know, because I'm light skinned, but that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and never had a gun. And never, I don't live in fear. Like, I walk confidently. I walk with humility, and I walk confidently. You know what I'm saying? And salute people, give them a head nod, and I keep it moving with my book bag on. You know, I used to walk to Panera Bread and Starbucks all the time on Utah and Baltimore. I mean, that was my place. You know what I'm saying? Or walk up to Mandalman, to the Target, and chill there and do work there. Okay. Again, my name is Eric Powery, and I'm running for Baltimore, Mayor of Baltimore City, because I want to give our kids a fighting chance. I'm a Christian man who tries to represent Christ the best way I know how. I am humbly asking for your vote because I love Baltimore more. When I came down here for the first time for a 3-and-3 hoop it up down by Hamburg Street, I saw a vibrant historical city with promise. Baltimore City is fun. Baltimore is beautiful. You know, I have the most creative and bold initiatives to get Baltimore City back on track. But first, we must confront all concerns with compassion. We have a $3 billion with a B, in our treasury. This $3 billion is your money, okay? And as chief executive of Baltimore, I have a fiduciary duty to be a good steward of your finances. I will end all waste, fraud, and abuse. No more no-bid contracts. No more crony capitalism. No more nepotism. I don't even have children myself. God bless you. Children are a heritage from the Lord, so God bless all our children. I have a multi-pronged approach to achieve at least 99% occupancy by 2030. First, we will take care of our children. Our children are our most precious resource. Our children is why in 2040, people are going to tell stories of yesteryear. Like, child, you should have seen Baltimore in 2020. It is so much nicer here now. We are going to implement the William E. Britt Kieran Commission. We are going to expand pre-K to all 3-year-olds. We are going to increase teacher salaries and modernize their training and curriculum. We will revamp high schools to offer students training for well-paying jobs right after graduation. Isn't that a unique idea? That's what it was happening in Detroit with the auto industry, with Chrysler, and Ford, and Chevy. People was getting good union-paying jobs, 30 plus an hour right out of high school. That's what it has to be. College is not for everybody. College is great. Big up to Johns Hopkins University and University of Maryland and University of Maryland College Park and these great higher learning institutions. But college is not for everybody. And some people should be able to get training in high school and graduate high school and have a chance and an opportunity to compete in the job market. Okay. So we are going to increase teacher salaries and modernize their training and curriculum. We will revamp high schools to offer students training for well-paying jobs right after graduation. We will establish, quote, community schools, end quote, with additional services for students and their families. We will provide more support to special education students in schools with heavy concentrations of poor families. Together, we will create accountability to make sure money for education goes where it's supposed to go. Together, we will save lives through the compassion of Christ. We will see addicts as sick people at risk. Okay, they're not pariahs. They're not to be shunned. We need to address them with compassion and care, and help them. We will see addicts as sick people at risk, unhealthy people at death's doorstep. Anyone who wants to get clean will receive at least a 45-day detox. We will implement an A+ outpatient program to keep them on the road to recovery and get them back to work. We will starve what I call the, quote, the controlled substance economy, end quote. It's the largest economy in the hood. The family business, which is the jet fuel for all the murder, robberies, carjackings, home invasions, witness and victim intimidation, etc. We will defund the controlled substance economy through life-saving initiatives. Where there are no users, there are no pushers. Drug dealers sometimes are just seeking one good reason to escape from the underworld. When their profits dry up, they will come out of the shadows and get a job. We will have an expansive reentry program to help felons and criminals to legitimize themselves, to go legit. We will expand vocational schools and higher learning. We will give our children in-demand jobs with union protection and upward mobility. Squeegee kids will receive the skills that pay the bills. Apprenticeship curriculum that trains our children to be auto mechanics, demolitionists, abortists, gardeners, landscapers, construction laborers, carpenters, plumbers, concrete pourers, bricklayers, culinary arts, HVAC pros, welders, electricians, etc. Raising folk up to the middle class and exalting our communities. I am from New York. A low-end 1-bedroom, 1-bath in Manhattan is $4,500. In Brooklyn, $3,000 to $4,000. People are committing suicide in record numbers. Homelessness has exploded. I see tents here with belongings scattered everywhere. This is a public safety and a public health issue. Disease and drug use run rampant in the impoverished tent communities. We will build more affordable housing. We will expand our citywide voucher program. We will raise the poverty threshold in BC so more poor residents will qualify for home and heat assistance. I will personally lobby and bring home funds to expand Section 8. Together, we will fully fund public schools, upgrade HVAC systems so our children do not have to be distracted by discomfort. We will keep schools open till 7 p.m. with youth counselors and trauma therapy specialists. We will provide healthy breakfast, lunch, and dinner for our children. The poorest neighborhoods have homes in extreme disrepair to the point of no return. We will raise, R-A-Z-E, we will raise those homes, and in the place of those homes, we will build recreation center in the most violent neighborhoods. Together, we will fully fund our hardworking sanitation workers. They will receive raises. We will expand sanitation services. We will place public trash cans on every corner. This will create more jobs in sanitation also. Our communities will partner with sanitation to have weekly cleanup days. I will have a youth mayor, chief of staff, director of neighborhood and economic development, and director of public safety, and deputy peacekeeper. Our children will be with me on the front lines of our Safe Streets Baltimore program, which is modeled after the Chicago Safe Streets to reduce our inner city crime. We will pay our children $14 an hour, and we will be fully compliant with all child labor laws. Lastly, together we will rebuild Baltimore. I will call Google and tell them to take down those ugly satellite images and photos of Baltimore. I will hire the best and brightest photographers and videographers to create videos and photos of the beauty and the historic nature of Baltimore City. We were established in 1797. We are the original export-import city. And together, we will rise and lead again. We will have top-notch social media, print, and television campaigns rebranding I Love Baltimore and Beautiful Baltimore. And Baltimore is fun. And Baltimore is historic. We will no longer be a flyover city. People running from the Northeast will relocate in Baltimore. They will choose us over Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia. Tourism will explode. Therefore, Baltimore will be an international city. People from Africa to Western Europe to Central America will help us rebuild Baltimore. By the grace of God, I'm here today. I have been sick and homeless. I have been depressed and downtrodden. But I have a God who reigns. His name is King Jesus, and he is loving, compassionate, and long-suffering. Long live King Jesus. God bless you all. God bless Baltimore. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.